Die Partei ist Hitler. Hitler aber ist Deutschland, wie Deutschland Hitler ist. Hitler siegt! Siegt!
I'm standing in the square in Berlin. I am one of several hundred soldiers. I am in the front line. We are standing at attention, eyes straight ahead, motionless. It is a very special day. Almost directly in front of me, standing in his car, the Führer, Adolf Hitler. Today, April 20, 1939, it is the Führer's birthday. At one moment, he looks directly at me. His pale blue eyes seem to look right through me. The hair on the back of my neck is standing up. I'm sweating under my uniform. I feel the drops of sweat drip down my chest. My undershirt is becoming damp. My breathing is shallow and rapid. All at the same time, we soldiers begin to say our oath to Hitler. Slowly, imperceptibly, I move my right hand, which is down at my side, up to the holster that contains my standard issue Luger revolver. Very carefully and with movements that I have gone over in my head more times than I can count. I open the holster, slip my fingers around the handle of my revolver, and then, in one lightning quick motion, as the final words of the oath are being spoken, I yank the revolver from the holster, leap forward, and shoot 6 rounds at the stunned dictator, hitting him several times. Mortally wounded, Adolf Hitler, before he ever had the chance to unleash his nightmare on the world, slumps to the ground, dead. Stunned silence, transfixed. I can feel all eyes moving now from the lifeless body of the tyrant to me. I slowly lower the still smoking gun that is in my right hand, and am instantly mobbed by the soldiers, generals, and various dignitaries. Everyone is shouting hysterically. I am lifted up on the shoulders of my comrades. The war ended today before it even began. By my hand. By my hand.
That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. Christoph Rosenberg, wake up, you're dreaming again. You see, if you're a German half-Jew and you're serving in Hitler's army, things can get a little confusing. Christoph, Hitler died by his own hand in Berlin in 1945, in the Führer bunker. When Hitler reviewed the troops in the square on his birthday, the soldiers didn't even have ammunition in their guns. Hitler wasn't stupid. By his hand, you see his hand? Fingers, palm, knuckles, nails. What is a hand good for? Well, I can think of a few things. You can kiss the hand, you can wave the hand, you can shake the hand. It's good for planting, harvesting, tasting, touching. Okay, what else is it good for? Well, between 1936 and 1945 in Europe, one thing that stands out that the hand is exceptionally good at is killing. Shooting, for example. Let me tell you, all kinds of shooting. Yes, a hand just like this one pulled the trigger of the German machine guns in Seville. The phalangists. Riga, Vilna, Minsk, Warsaw, Lvov, Krakow, Kovno, Stalingrad, and many, many more cities, towns, villages, open fields, wooded areas, attics, basements, school playgrounds, and courtyards. Hands are very useful, versatile, and necessary, but not only for shooting. They work well with knives, bayonets, hand grenades, flamethrowers, gas chambers, and ovens. I mean, how do you open a canister of Zyklon B, the contents of which you then pour, using your hands, I might add, through the specially built air vents at the top of the gas chambers at Auschwitz, bringing about the death of millions of innocent people, mostly Jews. How? You guessed it. How do you pull a pin from a grenade and throw it into a group of unarmed civilians? How do you open bomb bay doors and release tons of incendiary bombs over the civilian population of a city? How does a German doctor inject blue dye into the brown eyes of a Jewish girl from Budapest? How? Correct! Yes, I know. There's this small matter of the brain sending a signal and all that biochemical crap, but that's minor. Without the hand, nothing. All right, the hand belongs to human beings, another minor point. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one. You see, one of the great things about the hand is that while it can feel hot, cold, and even a gentle touch, a hand doesn't feel guilt. A hand isn't burdened by the weight of morality. That's what's so great about the hand. It simply follows orders. That is a human hand. I'm not talking about a marsupial hand or a simian hand or even an amphibian hand. Okay, amphibians don't have hands. Anyway, marsupial, simians, and amphibians, or any other animal for that matter, don't now, nor have they ever, as far as we know, pulled a trigger or threw a fellow marsupial, simian, or amphibian into an oven. A hand, however, can also hold a pen. No, I'm not going to get into whether the pen is mightier than the sword. You see this hand, this one right here, 1936 to 1945, this was the hand of a man. Sorry, ladies, if we're talking atrocity, genocide, mass murder, carpet bombings, and other forms of slaughter, this has got to be the hand of a man. Using this hand, a man signed his name on a piece of paper. Often. Many different papers. In duplicate. In triplicate. Make sure everyone gets a copy. Usually at the bottom of the page. You know, where you're supposed to sign. Orders, treaties, judgments, plans, sentences, convictions, edicts, decrees. In the 1930s and 40s, tens of millions of lives of human beings were destroyed as a result of the papers that were signed by this hand. Yes, this hand did not always kill. Yes, that is true. Yes, this hand was acts of futility. July 1943, Bialystok, Poland. This was the hand of a Jewish mother. She instinctively moved her hand to shield the head of her infant son, whom she was cradling in her arms, in a futile attempt to stop the bullet fired by the revolver in the hand of a 22-year-old SS, whom she'd never met, never exchanged two words with, who himself was the son of a mother who raised him, cradled him as an infant, stroked his head lovingly with her hand in her home, in her village, somewhere on the outskirts of Dresden. Wood, metal, I fix things, hammer, nail, saw. Everybody knows Shmuel Berkowitz, everything I fix. The tall German, he walks up to me, his face close to my face, a crooked smile. I smell his breath, alcohol. Maybe he needs it to be himself. Then the German laughs. He looks at me and laughs. The other Germans laugh too. Skill with a saw is a very useful thing. In Auschwitz, you will be a surgeon. A surgeon for the Jews. Was sagst du, Jude? Dankeschön, Dankeschön. What should I say? So I work in the infirmary, the Krankenbau. It's more like a mortuary. 4 months since the train platform. I'm not yet a Muslim. I'm not yet a walking dead.
A man is brought in a wheelbarrow. They tell me to lift him. He's a big man. It takes all of my strength. His head is wrapped in a dyed bandage. Blonde hair. I look at his face. I've seen him before. Those eyes, a scar on his left cheek. The rest of him is a mess. Blood on his shirt, pants, spittle on his face. Oy, in his pants, he has made on himself what they have done. They tell me this is a special one, that I better take care of him. Everyone they want dead except this. This man, he even gives me medicine for him, only for him. The man, he tries to speak German. I speak a little. Okay, listen, I fix you. Ausruhen, calm down. He doesn't want me to touch him. To him, I'm a dirty Jew. Sei gesund. The Germans let him sleep for a few days. They even give him special food rations. Why is he here? Who is this man? Then they take him to the Appellplatz for roll call. When he comes back broken, his right eye bloody, he smells of urine. I hear from another prisoner, the Germans singled him out during the roll call for special mistreatment. What they call Sport. Several days pass. The man is in bad shape. An SS doctor comes, examines him, cleans him, gives him an injection. Then once again to the Appellplatz for roll call and more. Sport. This time is the worst what they did to him. His left arm is broken at the elbow. It bends the wrong way, hanging. I see the bone, it comes through the skin. I try to clean him with a damp rag. He screams with pain. Then he throws himself on the ground. He's shouting something about his father. Wait, don't hit me again, Papa, please. Es tut mir leid. Mama and I wanted to surprise you, Papa. I worked so hard to learn the Baruchas and the Torah portion. For my bar mitzvah. Mama thought you'd be pleased. No, I won't. Never again, I promise. Only German. Look, Papa. Ich bin Oberleutnant. I'm a first lieutenant. Mein Eisernes Kreuz, erste Klasse. My Iron Cross, first class. And look, Papa. Bei der Führers own hand. Eine Deutsch-Blutigkeitserklärung. A declaration of German blood. With my name, Christoph Rosenberg.
Now that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. Eine Deutsch-Blutigkeitserklärung? Bet you didn't think I could pronounce that. Christoph Rosenberg, the half-Jew, is miraculously transformed into an Aryan with one stroke of the pen. A pen in the hand of the Fuhrer. I think I need a promo seltzer. Make that a double. Shmuel Boykowitz of Bialystok, on the other hand, is a 100% pure, glatt kosher Polish Jew.
I was there, me, Shmuel Boykowitz, hidden in the tree, holding on the bark under my fingernails. Wait. That voice. Esther? But the SS doesn't wait. The bullet slices through her hand and shatters the head of her infant son. The back of her hand turns red, like the poppies in the field that surround us. And now here I am in the tree, helplessly watching. Mother and baby tumble to the ground. The SS men are howling with laughter. They pass a bottle, one to the other. At the edge of the pit, one of them lists to the side. They are quite drunk. The SS officer steps forward. He draws his foot back like in a children's game. The foot kicks. The little body of Esther's baby flies into the air. Esther picks herself up and throws herself after her baby into the pit. I bite my hand to stop the scream rising in my throat. Someone is shouting, "Show me your orders." Everyone freezes. Another officer is walking toward them. From the way they react, he must be of a higher rank. I see his eyes, a scar on his left cheek. They salute him, words are spoken. Then they each take turns shooting into the pit. I can't watch anymore. I am watching an action taking place in a magnificent field of poppies. I tell my driver to turn into the field and bring me closer. SS auxiliaries, Ukrainians or Lithuanians, and a German SS detachment. In front of them maybe 200 Jews, women and children mostly. They stand in front of a deep trench. Many of them are naked, their clothes heaped in piles. In front of me, a young SS officer. He appears drunk. He draws back his leg and kicks an object into the air. I see now. It is the body of a baby. The young mother then hurls her naked body into the pit after her dead infant. Was zum Teufel ist hier denn los? Show me your orders. The empty-headed SS buffoon makes a big show of saluting me. He says his orders come directly from the Führer. And what are the Jews good for anyway but target practice? They all laugh. The officer turns and aims his revolver into the pit. The bullet shatters the young woman's ankle. But she continues to crawl over the pile of bloody corpses towards the body of her infant. My blood runs cold. My blood. One of his comrades aims and shoots, grazing the young woman's right ear. More drunken laughter. I slip my fingers around the handle of my revolver, move to the edge, take aim, and shoot into the trench. Once in the back of the head, she goes limp. The laughter stops. Game over. I turn to the young officer. His mouth is wide open in surprise. The second bullet from my revolver finds its mark and explodes through the back of his head. By my hand. By my hand. By his hand? By his hand. The hand of First Lieutenant Christoph Rosenberg, the expert marksman, the Mischling, the good son who studied Torah at the behest of his Christian mother, but would become a good German at the insistence of his Jewish father. Go figure. So, what is the hand of a good German good for? Say the secret word and win $100. No? Well, in the 1930s and 40s, good Germans were very good at raising their hands in the Nazi salute. Good Germans used their hands to usher the Mischlings, the partial Jews, to their good new homes in places like Sachsenhausen, Auschwitz, Sobibor, Belsen. But this Mischling, this good German, found his home in the Third Reich because the German war machine found the hand of First Lieutenant Christoph Rosenberg to be valuable. It was the hand of a leader, a marksman, a killer. So valuable was this hand that the hand of Hitler himself declared this son of a Jewish father an Aryan. But now, the hand that was raised hundreds of times in a Nazi salute was for the first time raised to stop an Aktion at a trench in a field in Bialystok, Poland. This was the hand that with one clean shot to the back of the head put an end to the suffering of a pitiable naked soul and then turned the gun on her SS tormentor. Now this hand became the hand of a betrayer, and the hand of the brutal master would exact revenge for that betrayal. And not even Christoph's dream of ending the war before it began could end the nightmare. But the hand of the Jew from Bialystok, the one who could fix anything with his hands, had a special instrument at his disposal, a damp rag. It was the rag he used to cleanse. In the infirmary, there was more like a mortuary. It was the cleansing rag that he gently placed over the nose and mouth of the fallen marksman. to half Jew. A dying man's eyes open, a brief struggle for breath, a hand reaches up, a look, a final release, then silence, no more pain, the hand finally at rest. Yiskedal v'yiskedash shemei rabo, ba'ol modivaro herusei, v'yamlich malchusei b'chayachon uv'yomachon uv'chayedachol beis Yisrael, Bagalo uvizman korivim rumen yehesh me rabom vorach v'olam ulolmei olmeo. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one.